Hi guys, it's Julian Hemmings here. I'm talking to you guys about a young man named Maurice Jimmerson. Maurice was caught up in a big situation with two other gentlemen where they were arrested for an alleged double homicide. The judge ended up separating Maurice from the two other co-defendants and allowed them to go to trial, and they were acquitted for the murder. Now, Maurice has been in jail from 2013 all the way till today, 2023, for the past 10 years awaiting trial. The reason why the judge has waited this long, some have said that it's because of the pandemic, but even more deeply, Maurice's attorney had abandoned his case. Now he's there with no lawyer and no speedy trial. This gentleman's Sixth Amendment rights were violated. He's there waiting and waiting in Dougherty County Jail. I think it's important that this video is made because we want to bring light to this issue. We want to bring attention to this problem because we want this young man outside of the prison walls and in his home. This is a gross miscarriage of justice, and Georgia has a problem with this. As you guys know, when I talk about the LaShawn Thompson case and how poorly that gentleman was treated, there seems to be a systemic problem going on in jails of Georgia where young men are being forgotten within those prison bars. So, you guys, I'm going to put the video about the case. You can learn some more about it. And please like, comment, and share interaction with the material. The algorithm keeps pushing it out there to people so they can see this case as well. So, thank you guys very much. Justice for Maurice.
April 11th, 2023.
Sonia Holmes prepares a postcard to send to her son,
We miss and love you.
who she hasn't seen in years, mailing at least one every week.
It's just a quick hello to always let him know that he is being thought about.
Her son, Maurice Jimerson, lives less than 7 miles away. But behind the concrete walls and barbed wire of the Dougherty County Jail. In 2013, police arrested Maurice and 4 others for the same double murder. For the past 10 years, he spent the majority of that time behind bars, legally innocent, yet never given an opportunity to tell his side of the story at trial.
Nobody talks about it. There is no news coverage. Nothing is said about it. Even if I tell somebody that Maurice, where is Maurice? How is Maurice? Well, Maurice is still locked up. They don't believe it because it's been 10 years.
There are multiple reasons for delays in Maurice's case, from the pandemic to a flood in the courthouse in 2021. But the district attorney says the current delay is directly linked to Maurice having no attorney to represent him. Court records show his last lawyer withdrew from the case in July 2022. From jail, Maurice wrote the court, "I need a public defender for my case. I've been waiting for a trial date." 8 months later, he still didn't have an attorney.
This is a problem that is at a crisis level right now and is likely to get worse.
Maya Chowdhury is an attorney for the Southern Center for Human Rights. Over the past few months, she's traveled across the state, tracking down people in jails charged with crimes with no court-appointed attorney. The Sixth Amendment of the Constitution guarantees everyone accused of a crime the right to a speedy trial and an attorney if they cannot afford one.
For so many of the people that I've met with in jails who've been there for months and sometimes years, I'm the first attorney that they've seen.
To identify how many people need an attorney, the civil rights organization submitted multiple public records requests to the Georgia Public Defender Council. The state agency represents 85% of people charged with crimes. But in a letter the Southern Center sent to the state's attorney general, it claims the council is intentionally making records difficult to obtain by overcharging for documents and providing increasingly incomplete records.
And many of these records are records that have been provided to us in the past. The only thing that has shifted in this time period is the amount of media attention and the public scrutiny that the Georgia Public Defender Council is receiving right now.
An Atlanta News First investigation exposing a constitutional crisis impacting court systems in Georgia.
4 months, multiple Atlanta News First investigations have shed light on the shortages of public defenders. At least 620 people charged with crimes in the state did not have a lawyer this past summer, and its impact on the state's criminal justice system. A problem the director of the Public Defender Council has struggled to admit exists.
This last 2 years have been the most phenomenal.
Despite judges across the state saying otherwise.
Welcome, Judge. Nice to have you with us.
Including Arthur Smith, president of Georgia's Council of Superior Court Judges, who has experienced the problem in his own courtroom.
We have too few public defenders for the work to be done.
I've been very consistent with letting him know that he's not doing this by himself.
Maurice's mother hopes her son will one day have an opportunity to tell his side of the story to a jury. 2 of the 4 co-defendants in Maurice's case have already been found not guilty. Until then, she'll continue writing to him and waiting.
Nobody's listening. It's been 10 years and nobody has listened.